Hello everyone. Today I will show you my Assassin's build for Season 8. Try to use Blade Sentinel this time around. Lots of credit goes to a username called StrykNyne on the Project Diablo 2 Reddit. He actually posted this guide here, and made me want to play it. The build is really strong with the buff that Blade Sentinel got in Season 8. The damage and I think the small AoE at the end of the trajectory. So this post is really detailed about the how the damage calculated and in which order you want to, which stats you want to prioritize on your Blade Sentinel. So to get the effects that applies, the effects that don't, and the damage calculation, which basically says that the tooltip's not good, and the more skills plus skills you have, the more damage you'll do basically. And yeah, the gearing here. So the prioritization goes it's gonna be plus skills, and then you often weapon ED / deadly strike, and min max damage. And there's some examples of gearing setups that I use. I use a bit of a mix of the end game here. Goes over the charms, goes over the corruptions, goes over the breakpoints, pretty much everything. Very well written guide. I'll do it with a little bit with the video here, just to showcase the character and see what it can do. Basically, can do any content in the game right now. I've done declone. I've done declone tier 1. I haven't tried tier 2 yet. I didn't try yet because I'm pretty bad at the game, so I'm just taking some practice on tier 1. Does it pretty comfortably. Tier 2 will be to come, but I still have some min-maxing to do before I try. So basically, level 96, enough strength and dex to wear your gear, and then the rest in vitality. Yeah, that's it. And the skill tree goes all of Blade Sentinel and all of his synergies, and same thing for Blade Shield. Saw that on this side. Max Claw and Dagger Mastery, 1 point in Burst. I put some point in Fade just to get this about 60% all res. After that, diminishing returns are too big. I could put 1 more point in to get 1 more PDR. That's what I'll do next level, and I dump the rest. You can either dump in Shadow Warrior or Shadow Master. And since I'm using a shield on this setup, I didn't put any in weapon block, but if you want to go with a dual claw style, you would invest in that a little bit more. Yeah, that's it. For the gearing, as you can see in my stats there, pop fade, very strong defensively, a lot of resist. I got also a lot of DR, because you want to play really aggressively with that character. You basically dragonflying in packs and throwing sentinels everywhere, so you're gonna be in the middle of it. So that's why I invested a little bit more defensively. So basically weapon, couple options for weapons, depending on what you want to do. Stalkers is really good. Gives you some deadly strike, some skills, and the cooldown reduction on Dragonflight, which is really nice for mobility. Because I'm running Fade, we're pretty slow, so we're jumping back to back with Dragonflight, repositioning constantly and everything. Really nice one. I put 115 ED, 150 IS and an ED Joel to reach the breakpoint for the fastest trap laying. It's the same as trap laying basically when you throw sentinels, so you're gonna have, I think it's 42. The breakpoint is, you need all around with this claw, you need 42 increase attack speed to reach the breakpoint. So basically I got 15 here, plus 30 here, so 45. And now I can throw my stuff as fast as possible. That's it. Okay, so for my armor, I went with the safety craft. Landed some nice ED, plus skills, and some PDR, and slam through sockets. So I put some more ED jewels in there. Not GG, but pretty good. On the helmet slot, Crown of Ages, PDR, faster recovery, curse duration, resist, all that good stuff. You can customize pretty much what you want. I'm going for Ubers a lot, so that's why I went with the Jar runes. But for a long time I had just ED jewels and an rune just to round up my defenses. Amulet, a bit of the same concept. We want to get plus skills, and like I was saying, I was going for Ubers a lot, so I got the max resist slam. You could go and get the CBF also on your amulet, but I chose not to. Since I'm using a Ravenfrost. So for the shield, got Phoenix, big ED, life, max res, fire and lightning, and the very nice quality of life of Redemption Aura, which, because on this character you don't have a way to recover health. Life steal doesn't work, life after each kill doesn't work, nothing works, just potions. So, and Redemption Aura helps you when you blink inside the big packs, you kill them, and then you get a lot of health and mana back. Before using this, you're pretty much stuck using at least some mana potions, because you'll run out of mana. But the Redemption Aura is really nice for that good quality of life and huge damage. For boots, water walks, fire res, life, overall good stats. Can also use a Virate. I'll go over some some other gear that you can use for the build. So a Wisp and a Ravenfrost. For the CBF and the attack rating, you need a little bit of AR on this, but don't need that much. But this Ravenfrost gives us a ton of it. Plus the Art of Wolverine will give us plenty. So we'll go over, I think, 10k, 9.9. Yeah, so should be hitting pretty much everything for at 95%. What else? Dongos. PDR again, life, faster hit recovery, and a slam of what you want, basically. Could use the max res here also, but yeah, pretty hard to get, pretty expensive. Line of Ends, big damage against demon, fire resist, and enough attack speed to cover or breakpoint. Charms, trap, skillers would be best in slot for the damage. Got some with life, Geeds, Torch, Annie, and this character struggles a lot on MF. There's not a lot of room for MF, so for small charm when I'm mapping, I'm using MF charms, and when I do bosses and stuff, I just swap them out for these ones. Mix of resist and life. This one's really nice. Alright, So gear progression wise, I started off with Nat set. Nat set is really awesome. Gives us huge defensive stats. 20 PDR, 50 all res, 3 skills. It's amazing. I could do T3s with T3 maps with this setup easily. And I was using instead of using Fade, I was using Burst of Speed just to get the breakpoint and to run faster. So yeah, it's just a really nice one. Like this one was my starter armor. Just put some resist runes in there and you're basically covered. Yeah, that's it. That's the initial setup. Costs you, it's gonna run you peanuts, and bad stalker calls is not that expensive too. It provides good damage and the same stuff that I was talking about. I also try as an often the plague rune word. So it's a basically a +5 with the cleansing aura, damage demons, deadly strike, all that. It's all very good stats, but the quality of life of Phoenix outweighs it pretty heavily, in my opinion. But it can be. It's certainly a valid option. You can use weapon block with that. Make it work. Yeah, that's the amulet I was using before when I'm not using, let's say, Raven Frost. If I want to switch for something else, I got CBF on this and +2 skills, basically. Other gear choices, I ran that Fortitude for a while before I crafted this. Just overall, everything you need. Damage, lightning resist, all res, life. Incredible armor for that build. You can also use tri-res boost if you're struggling a little bit. Sometimes I switch out for Nature Ring for MF. Since like I said, I'm struggling with that. And also you can also use more offensive option will be in the coil. For the attack speed, you could basically have another pair of gloves without attack speed, like soul drainers, and still be covered for your breakpoint with this belt, with this combo, let's say. So you get the deadly strike, the attack speed, the strength. Mana after kill doesn't work, but still good. And drainers, obviously for the minus physical res of enemies. Decent choice as well. And for the helmet, you could also go with the Veil of Steel for damage. Skills, very big damage on that helmet. But I went with the more defensive Crown of Ages, but it's still really nice if you can get a 3 socket on it or something, +2. What else? Yeah, I started gathering some stuff if you want to run Ratma. And the Andariels will be your best in slot. I think for Ratmas, you get the poison resist on there, you get the attack speed. So you can, if you get the attack speed on your helmet, you can switch your gloves for something else, like Ghoulhide or Grave Palm, which gives a lot of damage to undead, a lot of life. And yeah, that's some other stuff for Ubers, Nature's Peace. Venom Ward at some point, at that point you'll be covered with the max res if you use those 2 pieces. Just put some ED jewels in there, should be good, should be fine. Arms for cold resist. Cover your resistances this way. Because I'm pretty sure on the damage side, this character can kill a Ratma pretty easily. Mercenaries. I think there's a couple of options again, but since you are, like I said, playing really aggressively and blinking into crowds of mobs, I'm running Throne of Insanity maps, and those can be quite dangerous. I went with the Act 2 Defiance Merc, but you could use Act 5 Barb with the Might Aura and something to proc Amp. That would be the two good options, since you want your Merc to be tanking a lot of the time, and the Act 1 or Act 3, Act 1, Act 3, and Act 4 Merc doesn't fill that purpose. So Temper's Might for the Might Aura, Reapers for the Amp, and these for lifesteal and attack speed, resist, string beers for PDR, and I don't know, garbage. IS gloves could be Drax, would be better, but this works. Maybe, yeah, just have some gloves with IS and a bit of cold resist to cap everything off. Alright, let's do this. Okay, on the swap, yeah, obviously CTA and lidless. So you go, you pre-buff, and I use Dragonflight on my right click, left click, sorry. It's something that that it takes a bit of time to get used to, but I think it's your mobility is the mobility of it, the mobility aspect of it is really good. So you see, you just teleport in the middle of everything, throw a couple blades, move on. Don't try to kill all the stragglers around. Try to clear like 80-90% of the mobs and then move on. They'll either get caught in while they are following you with the blades, or because this build doesn't have the while really strong, it doesn't have the greatest AoE. It's really good, but it's not the greatest. Just takes a little bit of time to kill everything if you want. But yeah, usually I just go with speed over killing everything. So as you can see, since your tail is stomping on everything, you don't take that much damage. It's from the mobs, because your merc is always on top of you, almost your merc and your shadow. So you don't even if you're in the middle of everything, you don't get hit quite too often, because yeah, you're constantly getting your merc back on top of you, and he's tanking all the hits for you. And even then, if you have to take some hits, you're really tanky. You have a ton of life, ton of PDR, all the res are covered. And I'll try to get the boss, just show you the damage. The damage is really good. Oh, nice. Alright. So, let's see. Go on top. There we go. Boss deleted. Fairly easy. Alright. Little bonus content for you guys. Ah, there we go. Alright, so that's it for the showcase. I'll run some footage of, I think, Ancients. I got some Uber Diablo footage that I can run for you, just to prove that it can be done. It's pretty easy. I'm really bad at Ubers, but it's pretty comfortable. The damage is there, and you're fairly durable. This character's pretty min-max, but I've done Uber Diablo with lesser gear than that. I didn't do it with this. I didn't think I had the jaws and the helmet. I didn't have this amulet either. Alright, thank you very much. See you next time.